One. Hi everyone, I'm Namrata from Kumaya Creatives. And let me start with a quick story. A while ago, I attended a publishing event hoping to connect with new people, but instead of networking, I found myself awkwardly standing near the coffee table, pretending to be deeply interested in the snack menu. Sounds familiar. That's when I realized networking is not about handing out business cards or having the perfect elevator pitch. It's about building real connections, and as freelancers, we need this more than ever. So, if you have ever struggled to find clients, collaborators, or industry contacts, this session is for you. Let's dive in. Why does networking matter? Publishing is a relationship driven industry, and let's be real talent is great, but connections, they open doors. I once met an author at an event who told me I got my first book deal because I casually mentioned my manuscript to an editor while waiting in line for coffee. That's the magic of networking. Sometimes opportunities happen in the most unexpected places. And here's a fun fact: 85% of jobs and freelance gigs are landed through networking, not cold applications. So, if you are an editor, writer, or marketer, remember it's not just about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections, it's about real conversations that lead to real opportunities. If you're still wondering, do I really need to network? Trust me, your next big project might just be a coffee chat away. Now, if you're thinking, but I'm an introvert and networking is my nightmare, I hear you. At event, I actually did this. I found a cozy corner and pretended to check urgent emails. Spoiler, there were none. But here's what I realized: networking does not have to mean working the room like a social butterfly. If you're an introvert, try these one on one wins. Skip big crowds, start with smaller, meaningful conversations. Let your work speak first. Share insights online so people come to you. Prepare a simple intro. No need for long pitches. A one liner like I help authors market their books works wonders. Follow up online. Not a fan of in person chats? Connect later via LinkedIn or email. And the best part, introverts make great networkers because we listen, we observe, and we build deep connections. So if big events overwhelm you, don't stress. Start small and network your way. Networking isn't just about who you meet, it's also about how you work. Your work itself can leave a lasting impression. I started as a book blogger back in 2010, coming from an investment banking background, but with a deep love for architecture, and literature. I found a niche. I was able to review non-fiction books, finance, global recessions, economies, architecture, design, and because I understood the subject, I could review them with a depth and finesse that wasn't common at that time. But here's the key part: I was always on time. In publishing, reviews are needed within a specific window, and I made sure mine was ready exactly when they were supposed to be. That timeliness, it got noticed. Today, 14 or 15 years later, some of the people I worked with back then still remember me. And not because I networked aggressively, but because my work spoke for itself. So, if the idea of networking feels overwhelming, remember this: sometimes the best connections are made by simply doing great work consistently. People notice and people remember. So, now where to network? Online, LinkedIn, X, Facebook groups, Instagram. Engage with posts, share insights, and connect authentically. Offline, you can attend book fairs, literary festivals, and workshops. Even virtual events count. Cold outreach. A simple DM or an email with a thoughtful intro can go a very, very, very long way. Some smart networking tips would be: introduce yourself with a lot of clarity. Like, hi, I'm so and so. I help authors with so and so service. Engage before you ask. Comment on posts, share insights, and be visible. Follow up without being pushy. Simple, I loved our conversation, let's stay in touch works wonders. And most importantly, give before you take. Offer insights, help, collaborations before expecting something in return. Now, how to introduce yourself when you are doing too many things? Now, this is the hardest question because so when somebody asks you, so what do you do? Where do I start with? I had attended an event, and when I was asked this question, I was like, okay, let me be smart about it and just say I'm into publishing. But the person immediately followed up with, oh, so you're an author. and I panicked. And then it just went on. I'm an author, I ghostwrite, I also edit, I do this, and by the end of it, it was looking like a terrible mess, which I'm not too very proud of as a conversation. And I'm sure the person does not remember me as well. So if you wear multiple hats, here you how you can keep it simple. Just talk about what you do as the main role. Start with what you want to be known for the most. Use a connector phrase. Tailor your intro as per the people you are speaking to. If you're at a literary fest, highlight your editorial work. If you're speaking to an author, mention marketing skills. If you're talking to a publisher, talk something that you can work along with them. Keep it clear and concise. Aim for a one liner that sparks curiosity instead of trying everything you do. Like I say, I help authors bring their stories to life through editing, marketing, and strategy. Sounds better than a long list, right? So, to conclude, networking is not about luck, it's about being intentional and showing up. So, start small, be consistent, and opportunities will always follow. Want more tips? Follow me for publishing insights. Until next time, happy networking. If you have any specific questions, if you have any thoughts, please feel free to leave them in comments or share them in our DMs. Next month, I'll be back again with another topic. If you have any topic that you want me to cover, share that with us too. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend.